and I don't care if that would be devastating to my career. I just want.
She
I'm
says,
not.
I don't think that's going to be a problem. You're doing
Okay.
fine right where you are. And if you want to, if
No, I'm
that's what
not.
you,
Yes. Yeah. But it was still important for me. So, all right. And I thank you for everything you're doing for me. I really appreciate. I seem like must seem like a really arrogant person trying to catch up with you, but that's I can see that you're going out on a limb for me every other day and stuff like that. But I think I've found some meaning to all this, and I don't think I would be such. You don't have to carry me that much anymore, I think.
well, it's nice to see you being who you are, even though I don't really understand what it is the real you wants, but I'm looking forward to finding out. So
Okay.
just
Thank you very
yeah,
much.
I'll see about setting up a meeting. Okay.
That's good.
I don't see
We
a
can end that
conflict in
there.
it. Sam, or rather, Helma, what is the girlfriend's name again?
Kara.
No, Kara. That's right. Okay. Well, the only thing I will say about that situation is that Kara is sitting there and eating a fast meal, comes in, eats, and leaves. So that's during that situation. Just a little bit in the background. Okay, so
Does that does that mean that she heard what we were saying?
no, I'm talking about
okay.
a background event.
Okay, all right.
So,
okay.
Okay, so Max or Helma?
Do you have something, Helma, or should I try to?
I'd like to wait a little bit. I have to think.
All right.
Okay. I do not have a scene with Helma in it, but I was just thinking about the conversation with Mark and his father. I was thinking that if we say have taken a day or two,
I would not be worried. I would not be very concerned about the timing. You can put it wherever you want.
Yeah, but he's been with his father's side, and it's waiting for him to heal up.
Right.
So he's still.
Well, he certainly needed medical attention. He had been drugged, and not by experts. So, unlike the last drugging we just saw, but he was not drugged by experts, and so therefore it is important to get some medical attention. So, do you want to be in a kind of a medical environment?
Yeah, I thought that. So medical environment where the father has woken up and Mark maybe went to eat and then came back, and the dad is getting is better right now, and he's getting back.
Okay.
And Mark wants to. After a little chit chat, like how are you, and that he asks what they wanted from him, why they had him, if he knew anything.
Well, I'm going to say first of all that this is in a room that is fairly clean. Of course, it is a nice. It is not like a hotel room. It's not that kind of hospital room. It's more like a. It has the shiny floors and a bed with some equipment next to it that is easily transportable. You could wheel the bed anywhere. You can roll the equipment anywhere. You could take everything out of this room in 5 minutes just by just rolling everything out. So that's. Oh, and also the walls have green lights around the floor. And so the green light shines up onto the walls. So the walls are kind of glowing green. It's supposed to be relaxing.
Yeah, feels relaxing med little mysigt, säger man mysigt?
Cozy.
Cozy, yeah,
Cozy.
a little cozy.
Well, good. That's the idea. So so that is the situation, and your father is very happy to see you, and says that this is the kind of thing that happens to him because of his job, and so he's very happy that you're okay. He doesn't know how you got mixed up with those people, but apparently you had the good sense not to. He doesn't remember very much, but he's grateful. He's learned that you brought him here and got him away from these people who were. He says there is this one crazy woman. I'm sure she's going to get, reassigned somewhere with a much reduced contract, Laura or something like that. So she's going to, I don't know, be working in the grease pits or something like that. But anyway, so yes, he wants to ask. Well, I just want to make sure you're okay.
I'm fine. Me and Gerard were having a meeting with these people that they wanted me for chemical the specifics, so I can reroute the ship and everything. And but they never told me why they wanted to reroute the ship, and I questioned that, which the guy couldn't answer. Poor guy. And then he tried to hide the fact that they had taken you, and I got mad. So I didn't like that.
Wow.
Fan mail.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Fan mail
Max
for Max now has 2. Okay.
Yeah!
So.
As sneaky as Nia.
Mm-hmm. And so now your father will tell you that, listen, I need to explain a little bit about situations like this. I don't think you've ever really understood my job, and it's actually against my contract to tell you. But I'm going to tell you because you, over anyone I know, you value the truth. And so I'm just going to trust you that you'll help me do my job.
Yes.
They call me a senior manager, and then I have the title of captain within that. And I go to meetings and I make announcements and I walk around and give orders to people in different parts of the ship. Son, I'm an actor. People in the ship need to feel like there is a captain, like there is a hierarchy, like there is a chain of command. And so they hire actors to play that part. People like to see a person who looks like me walking around being a captain. They like to listen to them, and they like to feel comfortable. But I just say the lines that I'm supposed to say. And I behave the way I am paid to behave. And it's a good job. And it helps people feel good, but it makes me a target. Every so often, these different groups want to take over the ship, whatever that means, or they want to transform it into a temple of the glowing light or something like that. There are hundreds and hundreds of stories like this, hundreds of groups. Most of them do absolutely nothing. Only the smallest number of them ever do anything, much less endanger any function of the ship at all. But part of my job is to act as an attractor for the more extreme ones. It's a risky job. There are people with my job who haven't survived because they've been captured or, executed for crimes against the people, or in my case, who knows what they gave me. The doctors are still just getting everything out of my system, never mind what it was. So it's the risks of my job. And so I just want to tell you that you have a real job on this ship. You do real things. You actually make this thing go. And I'm very proud of you for that.
I know that. I know. And people do that because they want to have a feel sense of purpose. They don't know what to do. So that's why people attack you. And you know that. I'm sorry. But yeah. But so you don't know where the ship is going or anywhere or anything like that, right?
Well, it has its official routes. I mean, we have all been told where it's going, but it's an enormous spaceship. If the company sends it on some different route, how would we know? What would we do about it? How would that change my job?
No. For you, that's the thing. I just wondered, like, that. Försöker Sandra säga någonting? Eller just...
Yeah. I was just going to ask quickly if with Mark's father, when he told Mark about, he'd been poisoned, don't really remember much, but that he's a target, if he might have had some recollection of someone tending to him. He doesn't remember who, but just
Right.
the
Oh,
memory
that's an interesting point. That's quite a nice. That's quite a nice suggestion.
Yeah.
He might say yes. I mean, I remember somebody was actually taking care of me. Anyway, I think it's a question of whether you want to ask him more about his experiences.
But yeah, because Mark understands that it doesn't get anywhere, so he probably wanted more what the group wanted to do, and mostly because he knows his father's okay, he can ask a little more harder questions.
Sure. Uh-huh.
So like, yeah, but well, they took you, and they wanted to know coordinates or something.
Well, I have a set of information that I'm supposed to say when I'm in a situation like that. And it sounds very secret, and it sounds very classified, and it's very impressive. So I have memorized several different scripts for what I'm supposed to say. And in this case, I told them, I'm sure, one of those. It was hard. I was very disoriented. There was a woman who took care of me. I don't know, Nina or Leah or something like that. And I think she was disagreeing with them about something. You see, that's the problem. Mark, some people can get involved, and they're not bad people, but then they are trapped in the situation with some of these crazy situations. So that's why I'm worried about this guy, Gerard. I don't want you hanging around with that Gerard guy if he's going to get too mixed up in these things.
It's a little funny where Mark convinced father that he was nobody, and now it's like it's starting to get to somebody with Gerard. But Mark will probably hang up with what did she? But the person that took, was that Nia? Is Nia sounding correct to you?
That might be it. That might be it. Don't tell me you know more of these people.
What happened to her? Do you remember that?
Oh no! He suddenly sits up and he says, "I think they left her She's dead by now.